So, hello everyone. I see there's 58 people in the chat. Hey everybody, how's it going? So, welcome back to my channel. And if you're tuning in for the first time, glad that you're here, buddy. Today we have a special guest. We joined with a special guest, Marek from TitanX Market. Marek, he's here to give us some great insights and updates. Let's give a warm welcome to Marek. Marek, how's it going, man?
Hi, Mike. All good. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Thank you very much for this opportunity to have to be invited to the interview. Thank you very much. I'm doing all good. How are you doing, Mike?
I'm doing great today. So, guys, for the people out there, Marek, today is actually your first interview ever, and I think it's my fifth one. So we're not too far away from each other.
Well, yeah, it's time for me to learn from you then, Mike. Yes, that's correct. It's the first time. First time for me. This type of interview for sure. Yes.
All right, fantastic. So, I mean, probably you've seen my interviews before. You know how I do them. Um, I'm gonna start sharing my screen, and then first I'm gonna introduce the TitanX market itself, and then yeah, we'll see how things go. I'm seeing already some few people are saying hi. So I'm seeing Orion in. He's saying Marek and Mike. Yes, lovely. And yeah, Vold is saying hit the like button, folks. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Don't forget. So let me start sharing my screen, and then we can start. I think this is probably. I'm gonna share it. Yep, I think this should be. Yeah, everybody should see this. So everybody, I want to start off with explaining to you guys. So we got TitanX Market today, and Marek is also going to explain the KingX token, which is the native token of the TitanX Market. By the way, it's launching on the 15th of February 2024, 3 p.m. UTC time. And if you have any questions or you want to join the community, please don't hesitate and visit TitanX Market Telegram. They're also on Twitter, and also you can just visit their website. Use the QR code here as you see on the screen. And guys, as you know, these videos take a lot of time to make, and yeah, I saw if you want to show me some love, definitely here is the donation address you can send. It's mikedean.eth. Otherwise, the address is also in the description. And don't forget to like and subscribe. So, Marek, I think you might have seen some of my interviews. As you know, the general agenda, we're going to introduce you first, Marek, and then you're going to introduce a bit of your team. And then the second section is going to be a deep dive in the TitanX market. I'm really looking forward to it. I spend a lot of time today making all these, so hopefully I did not make any mistake, and I'm glad we have you here to explain to us how the system works, and also the native token itself, KingX token. And lastly, in the last section, we're going to talk about the TitanX market and the KingX security. So let's start with the first question. Marek, so probably explain to us, how did you get into crypto? And briefly, until you got into TitanX itself.
All right, thank you, Mike. I got in a crypto probably in a similar way as most of us, in just later maybe. In 2019 around, through my friend, through my very good friend back from the high school. I went to the crypto through first Polish project. I won't mention the name. Then I was into the Hex, PulseChain and PulseX Sacrificer. Then I met Jake Sharp on, shout out to Jake, on social media, I believe on the Twitter, his announcement, and I joined Jake mastermind group. I believe that I was one of the first 4th or 7th. And that was big change. And since then, everything changed. Since I joined the Jake mastermind group, crypto became like my second work, pretty much. On the way between Pulse chain to the TitanX, there was Xen as well. And then Jake launched TitanX. I do have to mention here honestly that because I was heavy in a Pulse chain and kind of focused on a Richard Hart ecosystem, I wasn't very happy that the TitanX has been launched on Ethereum. I was quite vocal about this, and once the TitanX launched on Ethereum, thanks God for this, for a good reason. It helped me to open the eyes to see the crypto in a bigger picture, bigger perspective, than only being focused on one ecosystem. So again, Jake, thank you. Then once TitanX has been launched, lots of different communities were built and pop up on the Telegram group and Twitter. I joined a few of them. I'm a member of a Polish TitanX.win PL Polish community, and that's where I met with Hail Whale, Pavel, and Hiroshi. And on this Polish TitanX Polish Telegram group community, we the ideas about the TitanX came to life, and through the talk meetings and input from the community, we start building TitanX.
That is fantastic. So I mean, so it seems like you guys have a team. How many guys are you, and what kind of background do you guys have? I mean, is this your first project, or can you explain to us?
Right. So we have to understand that the TitanX market is purely community-driven project, where we have there is myself, there is Hailwell, Pavel. He's a strictly one who's idea of the creator of the TitanX market, or the first idea of the TitanX market comes from the Pavel. And we have Hiroshi, who is developer. We have the very big and massive TitanX community, especially from Poland, support. So we use extra 2 people from this community to help us with the graphics and other stuff. We don't employ anyone. We don't pay anyone. We are not pay. It's all community build by community build project. Our backgrounds, well, my actually background, my degree, one of my degrees is computer science from Warsaw University years ago. But I mean, lots of years ago, I was working as a developer in a bank, in a PKO BP. Pavel background, he's massively experienced and successful marketing with a few established marketing corporation companies around the world. Hiroshi, that's our gem, I would say. Hiroshi, I can't price anymore this person. He is as a developer. He's a young person, but vastly experienced in programming and developing. And I mean not simplified cryptocurrency developing, but like a proper developing. His background is he actually grew up in a family of his father is a cryptographer. He works for the government, Polish government, as a cryptographer. So he grew up in this he grew up in this environment of the high mathematics, logic and analysis, and he's been whole his life he's been young life, but whole his life he's been developing. He works. He's got a company in Poland, in Wrocław. He works as a developer. This is our first project together. I'm not aware about any other strictly crypto projects built by the member of this team.
Fantastic. So yeah. All right. Yeah. Well, that's pretty good. So we got Pavel, who is doing the marketing. Hiroshi is the developer, and yourself. Like, what is your role in the team? So you are 3 people in the moment, right? The marketing, developer, and you. Is that correct?
That's correct. Well, there are 2 support. So we are 3 of us. We are founders. Yes. Yes. Hiroshi is a developer founder, and myself with Pavel, we are founders. We have 2 extra people who support us with the development, mainly in the graphic matters.
All right, no problem. So what you are the one who is showing his face in the YouTube, yeah?
I was, yes, actually, yeah, that's it. You see, I take everything on my chest. I was one kind of chosen by I don't know, or I really don't know why, but yeah, I don't know. I was one chosen to represent TitanX Market. That's why I'm here with you, Mike.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, that's great. So let's go to the second section here, which is the deep dive of TitanX Market. I'm going to share my screen again, and let me just remove this. So you see everything on the screen. Is that correct?
I do, yes. If you're asking for me, yes, I do see it.
Lovely. That's awesome. So we're gonna go here the deep dive into TitanX Market. So probably before we even get deep into this, if you can do like a little elevator pitch for TitanX Market. What is TitanX Market, and what are you guys trying to do?
Okay. So the primary goal of TitanX Market is to maximize the number of mines and the stakes, mainly mines on TitanX of the TitanX within the ecosystem. This includes to reduce the supply of a TitanX token through the series of different game theories and mechanics. What we aim is, our goal is to enhance and add elements of the, we call it real free market economy to the ecosystem by introducing the abilities of to sell and buy miners and stake, as well the option to take or provide the loans against your miners and stakes. So you have this great product, which is TitanX. You can create mines and you can start buy and stake your TitanX. We just wanted to add a little bit functionality to the TitanX protocol.
Okay, so I mean, we can see here currently the current TitanX functionality is creating a miner for 1 to 280 days, or create a stake for, I mean, it starts at 28 and or a max stake of 3,500 days. So how could you explain that? I mean, as you said, TitanX Market is extending functionality of the current TitanX. So I mean, I've written some of the few things here. Could you probably now explain the extension of this functionality here? Probably you can go through one of these points here as well, so that people can understand what functionality you're extending with TitanX Market.
Okay. Well, okay, yes. We like to call it more like overlay than extension, because it's the TitanX Market is really overlay on top of the TitanX. So the TitanX protocol as an overlay on the main TitanX protocol, it acts like intermediate in creating miners and stake, adding this additional functionality to the main protocol. I can see you have, okay, so purchase of miners and sale of miners, purchase and stake. So yes, you can. So The very important condition is if you want to participate in a TitanX market, you have to purchase the TitanX mines and stakes through the TitanX market. So how does it work? I will try to explain maybe how does it help it to the community. So we thought that it would be fair, it would be good if we could, for example, help smaller users and investors with a little bit less capacity than the biggest financial capacity. So what they could do, they could leverage on their mines, for example. So this user could mine through the TitanX market, could mine the mines. Let's say today, just a pure math for the pure calculation, it would cost him $500 US, yes? And that's it. If he does this on a TitanX directly, his money are locked for 280 days, 100 powers, provided that's what he's doing. What TitanX market gives him the extra option, extra functionality, is that he can do this through the TitanX market, and he can take the loan, so he can gain extra finances against this mine he did. So with this extra loan, he can do another mine if he wants. And then there's another mine, he can create another mine. So he can leverage, he can multiply his input, his financial input.
Understand. Okay. Yeah, this is quite interesting, I think. But I think you went already a bit too deep on the end, from my understanding here. So probably just to do a little recap for the viewers out there, TitanX Market is like a smart contract, which you can create miners and stakes through it.
That's correct. So the TitanX market, as you said correctly, is a smart contract, and you can create mines and create stakes through the TitanX market. Okay. The TitanX mines and TitanX stakes through the TitanX market is an overlay on the TitanX. So all the functionality of the TitanX with all the rules, regulation of TitanX remains, plus some additional functionality from the TitanX market.
Okay. So once you have created those miners or stakes through the TitanX smart contract, you have an ability to actually sell them or even buy them. So one of the things right now is like, if I just use my normal address and create a miner, if I want to sell that miner now because, well, I don't know, life happens and I need money right now, there's no way of me doing so. So the issue right now is like, well, you cannot sell your miner. Basically, you need to wait until it ends, and then you can claim it, and that's the only thing you can do right now. But TitanX Market is now adding that functionality whereby you'll be able to transfer it. And so you can purchase the miner or sell. So basically it's there is one buying it and one there is the buyer and the seller. So TitanX Market is just facilitates the buyer and the seller as the market. It's a peer-to-peer system, is that correct?
That's correct. Yes, the process of selling and buying miners or the stakes is conducted directly between, as you said, between the users in a, like you said, peer-to-peer manner. So there is no intermediary involved into the transaction, no centralized entity whatsoever. Everything is carried out through the smart contract, through the TitanX market, placed on the blockchain. So yes, you have a mine, as you said, condition or stake for 3,500 days. You want to cash it out. You come to, if you created it through the TitanX market in the first place, because that's the first condition, you can sell it. You post it as a sale. If there is a buyer agreed on your condition on the TitanX market, the buyer will buy it, and you've got access to the agreed funds.
Yep. And I have here Revo is saying, oh, so I can sell or rent a miner.
Yes, miner and a staker. So you, as I tried to explain at the beginning, yes, if you create your mines and or stakes through the TitanX market, you can ask for the loan on again on the P2P. You can have ask for the funds. You can ask for the loan through the TitanX market against your mine and the stakes. That's correct. Or you can sell it as well if you want to.
Yeah. Is it also just possible to just transfer the miner to like another address, to myself, let's say, to another address? Is that possible?
Okay, so you was so basically what you're asking is how the TitanX market, how the process and functionality is. So to shortly answer, yes, you can, or a Titan, not you, but a protocol can do this.
Okay.
So what's happening is. TitanX market is a market, is the financial market, which you provide the funds to the TitanX market in order to create the mines or the stakes. These mines or stakes are created by the TitanX market on a TitanX, correct? And then there is one thing which we do have to mention is because people who know TitanX has one regulation or one limitation. Then one wallet can create up to, I believe, 1,000 mines and or 1,000 stakes. So if we would follow this rule, this limitation, we could probably accommodate only 1,000 users, provided they do one mine only, or someone who you understand, yes. So we had to so to facilitate this and to facilitate the possibility of changing the ownership of the miner and stake, TitanX market create the mini smart contracts within itself, and this smart contract creates the mines and stakes on a TitanX market, and there is the algorithm with the ID of the ownership, and this either ownership can be changed. So yes, you can, if you sell it, if you can sell miner, you can sell stake, and the ownership of this miner within the protocol, it's all within the smart contract, will change the ownership.
Okay. So how does the smart contract keep track who the owner is?
Okay, so
just simply, like you don't have to go into the code. It's just like
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
it's very simple for people to understand. Like
pointer. So if you imagine, it's actually the vector algorithm. Yeah? So there is a pointer, ownership. So there is a mini smart contract, small smart contract, which have the 2 pointers. One pointer is to the TitanX, to the TitanX itself for a mine. It shows this little smart contract mine TitanX, and another pointer is ownership of this smart contract is this wallet, this address, which is Mike who created. Then Mike sold it on the market, so the pointer to the TitanX remain the same, but the pointer to the ownership of the address of your wallet will be changed.
Okay. So it's just a simple table. There is the owner, and then on the other end is the pointer to the miner, and then that table gets updated with the newest owner.
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah. So the thing is, okay. So what if I got hacked? Let's say, right? And I'm like, oh, I need to transfer. Am I able to transfer those miners? So in case of emergency, because I have this case right now. Somebody in the community. It got hacked actually, and they have a miner still running, and obviously it's going to be very hard. I don't want to go deeply what exactly happened, but one of the things is like if I'm able to transfer that, because they cannot transfer that those miners now, But will it be possible with TitanX Market? We're getting very deep into the weeds here, I think. But if you can just keep it very short.
Yeah, it's very important, Mike, what you're asking, because we all have heard, unfortunately, that there is lots of bad people and there is lots of scammers around, and we experience ourselves, or we've heard about something with whose the wallet was compromised. And yes, if you do this, if you have a stake or a mine on most of the protocols and your wallet is compromised, then probably it is. I was one of them. I was sacrificing for a pool strain. My wallet was compromised for my mistake. I was young. Just into the crypto. And I was waiting 3 years to be quicker than the hackers to claim my pool strain. Where in a TitanX market, we are thinking about the possibility that we will implement the backup. We call it the backup address. So when you want to create a mine or you want to create a stake through the TitanX market, we just building this function or trying to build this function yet. It's not yet finalized in the code. Just to be fair with you, yes. But we're hoping that there would be the possibility that when you're creating a mine or the stake, we will give you the option. It will be optional. You will have to pay a little bit for it. That you will have a possibility to create a backup address. So what you will do, you will create another Metamask wallet and give this address to the backup. And then if you create the stake for 3,500 years or the mine for 280 days, and obviously you use this wallet to interact with all other cryptocurrency, and unfortunate event will happen that this wallet will be compromised, you can, through the TitanX market, change the ownership, and when the claim will come to the end, to go back to your backup wallet, which supposed to not be compromised. So you will have your funds safe.
Okay, all right.
That would be good. Yes, we aiming to this one, and community will know about this once ready.
All right, that's very great. So I'm gonna probably go through some of the super chats I'm getting. This is something new here. A shout out to you, CN. 250 is that Hong Kong dollars? Shout out to you. Thank you very much. The Mo TitanX market is going to be awesome for TitanX. Mike, you're doing a great job. Thank you very much, Mo. Shout out to you. Marek, it's his first interview, so shout out to him as well. He's keeping up quite well. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. And lastly, we got Kevin. Shout out to you, Kevin, for the $13.99. Is that Canadian dollar? I'm starting to learn some new currencies in the world here. So there you have it. That's pretty awesome. All right. So probably to do a quick recap here. I would like to do a quick recap here for everybody, right? So with TitanX, currently you can just create a miner and you create a stake. And if you want to transfer that stake to somebody else or to even to yourself, well, that's not possible. At TitanX Market, if you have created that miner now through the TitanX market, a smart contract, you will be able to transfer it from A to B. Not only transferring it, you can also sell it as well. You can sell that miner. Also, you can do a stakes through the same TitanX market smart contract. And once you have that stake, you can also transfer it. You can sell it. Well, so there is the one which is basically the selling of your miner or selling of your stakes. But also you can get a loan from the same. So if you have a miner, you can get a loan, and if you have a stake, you can also get a loan. And the thing is, on the other end, it's a peer-to-peer system. So on the other end, somebody has to accept that offer which you are giving for you to, well, basically get that. And then one little caveat is that the miners and stakes must be created via the TitanX market protocol to be able to be sold and to be collateralized. So this is an important thing. All the miners which have been created with the TitanX prior to this will not work. You can't list those made in the TitanX uh, with the normal TitanX, sorry, because they're not transferable. So let's go to the next section now. I think some people, I think for now, understand how the system works so far. So let's go now through some of the use cases here. And one of the use cases is, imagine, let me try to do this a little bit. All right. So imagine now I'm a user. I've created a miner through the TitanX market protocol. Marek, explain to us how, I mean, I've written down some few questions here, right? Probably the easiest one would be, I'm just a user and I want to do this right now. Like, what are the processes do you need to do to be able to do this?
Okay, so the first question is, if I can read it correctly, how do I end my miner?
Yes.
Is that right? Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all the functionality with all the rules and penalties from the TitanX remains in the TitanX miner. Yes. Remember, it's done overlay. And it would be the, so if you mine the miner and your mine finish its period, yes, so it's a time to claim, you just click claim the mine and your funds, the TitanX, will be sent to your wallet. No difference there. Next question, who will hold the liquid tokens after claim? No one.
Yeah.
There is no one who claim who holds your tokens. So once you claim that, okay, if you want to go a little bit deeper in the code, as we spoke about this, so yes, there's a mini smart contract.
No, no,
It's
no.
all within this.
No, no. I think the question is more just if I claim my miner, will it be sent to
Yeah.
my MetaMask address?
Yes, yes,
Okay,
100%. Yes,
that's
the
all the
rightful
question.
owner, at the very end of the mine would finish. Whoever either bought the miner or you mine the miner and you just claiming it, it will go back to your MetaMask. 100%.
All
No
right.
one holding your funds.
All right. Yeah. By the way, I'm just seeing CryptoKiness just joined the chat. Shout out to you, CryptoKiness. Looking up to you, buddy. Yeah, I think here this other question: how does the protocol know who the owner is? I think we went through that earlier, so this is not important for now. And now the big question, because this is one of the questions which I got most from the people. As you know, in TitanX, you're able to burn your miner for other protocols. So you can imagine, yeah, if there's a protocol comes out whereby you're allowed to burn your miner, yeah, this is the thing which you can do with TitanX. So if I've created a miner through the TitanX market, will I be able to burn this miner for other protocols?
So, Mike, as you know, if you create the miner on a TitanX market and you want to burn it for the other protocol, this protocol, other protocol, has to be compatible with, has to create the code to allow the TitanX be burned for this. So, yes and no. Unless the protocol will populate their code to be compatible with TitanX Market, you will not be able to do this.
Okay. So this is
so they have to interact with the TitanX Market, these protocols, as they interacting with the TitanX.
okay. All right. I think that's pretty much clear. So probably if you can just do like a quick rundown. If I just want to create a miner, I mean, we don't have the website right now, but if you just go through the process, it's like, okay, I have TitanX. I have TitanX in my MetaMask, and I want to create a miner through TitanX Market. How would I go about it? Just like the little process. a quick summary.
Okay, all right. Yes, so that will be pretty simple. So you go to the TitanX Market website, which will be finalized, and you create the mine with your the TitanX. You create the mine as you will doing this on the TitanX. So you choose the power, you choose the terms, the length of the mine, and click mines, and it will generate the fee, ask you for a fee, you pay the fee, mine is created.
Ah, okay, okay. Is there extra fees? Because since it's an overlay, there must be like some other functionalities. Are you going to be paying more fees than the normal if I just do a miner through app.titanx.win?
Right, there would be, it's a very good question, Mike, and fair question as well. So I will start from the other side. So when you will claim, because the functionality of the code of the functions inside the TitanX market, it has to claim the market, claim the TitanX when the mine is finished from the TitanX protocol, and then send it to your address. So there would be extra fee by sending it to your address, which is really, we're trying to minimizing this fee so they are pretty much non-existing, but yes, there would be probably a little bit.
All right. Yeah, I think we have another question here from Misha. Shout out to you for the super chat. And the question is like, why can't I send my current stake to TitanX Market and sell it? Did Jake forget this function?
Yeah, I think it's a rhetoric question, isn't it? No, you can't. And so unfortunately, no, this option is not allowed under the TitanX protocol. That's why we build the TitanX Market protocol as an overlay on a TitanX. If that's answer your question, you can't because because the TitanX protocol is built like it is, and there is no administrative key to add or modify this function. You cannot do this.
All right. Yeah. I think this is also pretty clear, which is the only way to keep track of users of a system is either you issue a receipt so that people can come back with that receipt and then you know this is the owner, or through a table. Let's say you just say like, hey, miner one belongs to Misha. And then you keep a record in the system either as a table, or otherwise what you could do as well is like if you start a miner, and this is how TitanX works actually. It just keeps tracks of the people who have created so it keeps tracks of your MetaMask address.
It's exactly pretty much the same will be in a TitanX market, with these differences that there would be an ownership ID, like a pointer, which can change this addresses point on a different row in a column in a table.
Yeah.
Like
I mean, I'm a software developer myself, so I understand when you say pointer, but most people do not understand pointer.
Okay.
Like I always try to use other words.
Yes. Yeah. I guess. Sorry. I understand.
No, not an issue.
Ownership. So there is an ownership ID which is tied to your MetaMask wallet. If this ownership ID can be changed, can be transferred to different ownership ID. If you decide to sell your stake, or you buy from someone else mine, this ownership from someone else ID from someone else wallet will go to ownership of your address. I try to be as simple as possible. I don't know if that's
no. I think it makes a great point because I mean this is you're exchanging the ownership of your miner per se. Yeah, I mean
That's correct. Yes.
So there's only so many ways how to keep track of things. Let's say right in programming. So I mean either the other way is issuing a receipt, which is as an NFT. You guys know, right? And then with that NFT, you can come back and claim it. I mean, I don't think this is how you guys do
No,
it.
no, no,
Okay,
no,
but this is
no.
also
There's no need.
there's literally just two options how to keep track of things: either issuing a receipt or keeping a record, who owns
We're
what.
keeping a record, a table with the
Yeah,
like a memory with the all the generated or filled up in the memory table
yeah,
the addresses, unique addresses, which are and the vectors or the pointers who will point to the ownership of certain address. That's it.
yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. I think this is yeah, pretty much clear. Like there's only two options. I mean, probably there's more, but the two big options is like either you issue a receipt or you keep track in the central in a table. That's pretty much it. Like on technical level, maybe I can go on a live stream and really dig deep how it works. But I think keep it as a table or issuing a receipt are the two options you can assume, and they are
I think
using the table option.
99.9% people for users will not even understand the no, yeah, you know the code will be the people who are very nerdy and who do understand and do want to they will be welcome to see the code and go through it, and they will
I
see
will
what
definitely look at it, man. It's like this is
I
what I
know
want
you
from
will. I know you
information.
will.
So I mean, one of the things which here is the second point, and I'm guessing this is just very similar, to be honest. But let me just ask this as well: creating a TitanX stake through the TitanX market protocol. How will I be able to claim in the payout cycles?
So the okay, sorry. So uh, to create a stake is the same process as create a mine. Yes, you going, you interacting with the TitanX market protocol, and you have TitanX in your wallet, and you create a stake. You decide the lend and etc. etc. And you have a stake in your through the TitanX market. This stake is on a TitanX stake pool share, and you have a share payouts with the Ethereum, and this share will be on a TitanX market site will be okay. Your payout, that's all. You can claim your share of 8 days, 28 days, whatever the 90 days you will come claim it, and yeah, and you will get
Okay,
it.
okay. Mhm. So pretty much it's just going to be very similar as the process of
Yes,
creating
there's
a
no
miner.
difference.
So you're just going to visit the website TitanxMarket.win, and then there's going to be a staking option there similar to app.titanx.win, and then once it's claimable, you can claim your miner or your stake or the ETH from your
Yes,
stake,
yeah.
right? And
Yeah, the one thing worth to mention in a mine and a Titan in a staking is that you can ask for you can have a loan against your mine and stakes. So if you get a loan against your stakes, you still receiving the payouts
oh, okay. So the payouts are
because the yes, because you put your stake will be frozen if you like locked in a protocol, you but you will still receive the payouts from the stake.
oh,
The
okay,
stake
okay.
will change it still belongs to you. You will still receive the payouts.
Mhm.
However, you get the funds through the loan against the stake. So please do remember this one.
Okay, but what would be the reason for me then uh to grant a loan for that,
You will have a funds at the end of the stake. Yeah, that's a fair question. Yeah.
right? I mean, it's like, okay, why would I do that then? Right? I mean, who would be on the other end giving
Well,
me a loan?
for yes, for us to to see the difference, to establish difference between selling and take a loan against. Yes, you take a loan against the house, but you still live in the house,
Well, that is
right?
true, but
So
I'm just
you
asking.
don't
I'm just
sell
thinking.
if you
Okay,
sell the stake. then you have no rights to the payouts. But if you take a loan against this stake, it's you still have a rights to the payouts, and it's to market decided if there would be someone on the other side to willing to grant a loan, because
Because I
you
mean,
can.
let's put it this way: the what you just mentioned regarding a house, when you, yeah, you can get you're gonna get a loan against your house, right?
Yeah,
But if the market tanks and your house is not worth anymore as much as the I mean, normally banks don't liquidate you, but I mean,
yeah, 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 yeah,
in extreme situation they could also be like, hey, your house is now less than the collateral, move out.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
how can that ever
Yeah,
happen
okay, okay,
in
yeah,
the stakes
understand it.
then?
Well, here is a little bit simpler. Yes, you the benefit on the the granting a loan is the percentage you can earn. So if I grant the loan, it said, okay, I'll give you $1,000 on 300% or 500%, and that's your benefit. Yes. So you sure you will you know that you will have $5,000 back,
uh, okay.
and
Hmm.
if this condition will not be executed or finalized, then you have at the end of the stake you have, or the end of the contract where the person who supposed to pay out the stake, he doesn't, then you own on the stake with all the benefits on the stake.
Okay, so
Asset.
the way it works is, okay, probably let's simplify. Maybe I'm misunderstanding some few things here, regarding on the stakes. So if I want a loan for, let's say, 30 days, right? And then it's
Yeah,
like, hey, I'm gonna give the collateral to as I'm gonna give it the stake as my collateral, and then
yeah,
after 30 days, if I don't pay back, then that
you lose
person
the stake. Yeah,
will receive my stake.
yeah,
And
yeah,
he, okay, but
and
in
he
those
will yeah, he
but in
will
those
have a
30
rights to
days
this yeah.
but in those 30 days, then I will still be receiving the payouts, but after those 30
Correct.
days, he will be the it will be transferred to him, right?
Beneficial. Yeah, that's
Ah,
correct.
okay. Now this makes more sense to me now, because I was thinking like, okay, why would you do that then? But anyway, I mean, that's why we're doing the live stream, to understand, and hopefully it made sense for you guys out there too.
You
Uh,
borrowing money on a grant that you want to earn a percentage. That's the main reason why you giving someone the money.
yeah, but I mean, the thing is, like, it only makes sense for me if I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna do this because I'm gonna earn some money with it, and maybe he will not be able to pay back, and I might get his stake.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Okay, fair. That's well. That's why this is totally to the market to decide. This is the peer to peer, and everyone's have a different reasons, and everyone's condition is
but
different.
that's the incentive,
That makes
right? At least, right?
yes, yeah,
The
yeah, exactly,
incentive is like,
exactly,
well, if
100%.
he
No,
cannot pay
hundred
back,
percent. Yeah, so I know now that when you will be on the market, if I want the law, I know that you. Yeah, okay.
no. I just want to understand that. I want to, I want to understand the motivation of people. It's like, because it's like,
Yes, yeah, I understand. Yeah,
we're not Samaritans here. Like, with these are market forces. I'm only going to do something if I can gain something out of it. I mean, in
correct.
general,
Yes, yes, yeah, yeah,
in
yeah,
financial
yeah,
markets, that's what you do. So,
yeah.
all right.
Well, I tell you what one thing, Mike. How I see the Titan X. Titan X from the very beginning, oh me, like, wow, this is whatever. There is so much game theories, so much ways to interact with Titan X, and every single way is a winner. No matter which game theory or what, it was a winner. Really, it is the stakes, mines, buy, sell, pretty much everything is so far, at least was for me, a winner, biggest investment in my life. And so we populated this, or a little bit expanded. We believe that whatever the way you participating with the TitanX market, you win.
Understand. Yeah, that's great. Let's move to the next section. We are 15 minutes in. There's definitely a lot more to come. Guys, stay tuned. Definitely some very interesting stuff here. Marek is going to tell us later on. So keep posted. Let's continue to the next section. And the next section is going to be TitanX Market, the fees. So this is going to be interesting here, Marek, because explain to us, how does the TitanX Market generate fees? I've created here two things here, and you probably explain to us how the TitanX Market, how the fees are generated.
Okay, so the fees, it's simply the fees are generated by, as you beautifully design. I like your design and the drawings. It's so people can see and understand much better. I can for sure. So yes, the fees will be, you have to pay, the user have to pay the fee by listing their miners and stake for, as you say, sell or loan, and the buyer or the grantor of the loan pay the fees as well. And the fees are very various, really. As you mentioned here, they come from 1.1% to 4%. It depends of the value of your stake or mine. The height of the fees will match.
Okay.
We could go to it's a table. It's a long table in because the TitanX Market has no administrative access key to the protocol. We can't modify these fees in the future, even the condition of the market changes. Ethereum will go up or down. TitanX will go up. So we tried to make these fees as fair as possible and set them in a stone. They will not be changeable. But both parts pays the fees. A little bit pay the one who is listing something he want, assets he want to sell and or take the loan against, and the one who is buying this asset or granting the loan against this asset.
Right, yeah, that's very interesting. So I mean, guys, as you can see, if you list your miner or stake for sale or for loan, it costs a fee, and the fee is starting from 1%, 1.1 to 4%, and then buying a listed miner or stake or granting a loan costs also a fee. So the buyer and the seller both have to pay a fee. So let me ask you this then. So if I have if I've created a TitanX Market, a miner through the TitanX Market smart contract, and I'm like, oh, life happens, and you need money right now, and it is a 270 day, a max miner, right? Let's assume it's a max miner which you created through your protocol, and now you want to sell it right now. So if I want to sell it, I, I'm the one setting the price. So as the seller, I set the price, and then
Yes,
and then I list it, right? And then the listing itself costs money. Is that correct?
that's correct. Yes, there is a
Okay.
fee against a little bit, but there is a fee against the listing.
Okay. So now, let's say I have, I don't know, my max miner 270. I want 0.1 ETH as an example, and now I'm seeing there is no buyer on the other end, and I'm like, I want to create, maybe I want to change that value to 0.09 or something, 10% less, for instance. Is that possible after I've listed it?
Yes, it is. It is possible. There is there will be an option of editing. However, please understand that you interfering with the blockchain, and every transaction on a blockchain, interfering in a blockchain, costs money. So it would be basically on the background, it would be the same like stopping this transaction and starting another, stopping this selling and starting another selling. So you will pay another fee for another listing.
Okay, so you would have to pay the fees again, pretty much. That's what you're saying.
Correct. Yes, that's
Okay.
correct. Yes.
Okay. And okay, and this is okay. So I have I'm just running through now the example, which is I've created a miner and I've listed it. I've paid the one point. Let's say I don't know. And on this example, I've paid 1.1% fees. And then now on the other end, somebody sees, oh, there's a miner for sale. Let me buy this miner for zero point 0.1 ETH, let's say. So he has to, that buyer also has to pay 1.1% fee, and then the ownership will be changed to the buyer then. Is that correct?
That's correct. Exactly like you said. Yes.
Okay, okay, that's interesting. So now
And
let's
the
go ahead.
ownership is transferred to him once the funds are transferred to your address.
Okay. So this is just like one transaction. Every step will be taken in one transaction, right?
Correct.
Okay. So now we're seeing here all the TitanX market will be generating fees. And those fees get distributed to different pools here. So we see here 46%, 36.8%, 9.2%, and 8%. The pools are buy and stake, KingX token stakers, buy and burn. This is the buy and burn of TitanX market itself. And then there's Genesis. Could you probably explain some of these pools here, like especially the first three, I guess?
Okay. So yes, the fee generated by the TitanX market protocol are divided and distributed as you write it here as follow. 46% goes to the buy and stake and purchase the TitanX token from the market. Then 36.8% goes to the KingX token stakers. And these stakers will get KingX token as a reward. So how does it do this is so the fees are obviously paid in Ethereum, right? Because it's on the blockchain in Ethereum. So the protocol will buy TitanX from the TitanX Ethereum pool. Then this TitanX will buy, and that will have a positive impact on the price of the TitanX. Then the TitanX will buy KingX from the protocol, from the pool, from the pool KingX TitanX. So it will have a positive impact on the KingX price. And this KingX will be distributed to the KingX stakers. And the last one, buy and burn, TitanX Market. So 9.2% of the fees goes to the KingX token buy and burn protocol. So the smart contract first buys again TitanX token from the market, then use them to purchase the KingX tokens, which are their burn forever.
Okay. So probably I think here the buy and stake. Could you explain that one? I think you could you go deeper into this, please?
Okay, so buy and stake. So 46% of these fees buy TitanX from the TitanX pool, yes, TitanX Ethereum pool, and stake it for max 3,500 days, which is around 10 years, yes, 9.6 years, I believe. And this will never be claimed. So TitanX protocol itself will deal with this. Basically, will burn it. The penalties will eat it through. So basically, buy and stake. It's buying TitanX from the market, and that's it. It's taken out of the market, stake for 3,500 days, left there, and it will be burned.
Okay. So if I'm understanding, you still have something to say. Sorry, go ahead.
yes. So, and then there are the payouts. I believe we will come to this one. Of course, if you stake something on a TitanX, if you stake TitanX on a TitanX protocol, you participating in the payouts, yes, the rewards. Yes, so these rewards will be further distributed to the TitanX market participant.
All right. Okay. So I probably just as a summary, the buy and stake is basically the ETH generated from the TitanX market. It's going to go and buy TitanX on the market and stake it, and then it's going to be earning fees, similar to what DragonX is doing, pretty much. This is buy and stake. This is what we're going to do. So you guys are going to be fighting to get the market share with DragonX. You want to be the biggest takers, I guess, as well, right? So it's going to be a big fight for you guys. And also Helios, I interviewed them yesterday. They're doing something very similar. So this is going to be a big fight. Who is going to get the biggest percentage of that?
Well, yes, Mike. Yes, at this moment in time, you are very right. However, well, okay, if you put this one, TitanX Market is purely here. The idea of creating TitanX Market is purely to help the community, TitanX community, help the TitanX protocol, burn as much TitanX as we can or it's possible, and to help the community. Full stop. Yes, naturally there would be some element of the competition. Yes, on this one, especially buy and stake. We could, I think, then now when you ask, we could overcome this one. We could change this function. There is a possibility we could change this function buy and stake to buy and mine, for example. So instead of staking TitanX, this 46% of the fees could be utilized to create the mines, and then TitanX community, TitanX protocol would benefit from or creation of the mines, like the pools of stakes will be bigger, payouts, yes, and so the DragonX and Helios, all other protocols will benefit more. And then when these mines finish, we could distribute as a rewards TitanX or do something like this. We would have to do the cross-check analysis what function would benefit more the TitanX community, what will benefit more. At this moment at time, this interview is buy and stake, but you have a valid point there. So if I'll have to speak with the devs and Pavel as well. And if there is a possibility, and we will think that buy and mine will TitanX will benefit it more, we'll change it.
All right, no problem. I mean, I have no problem with competition. I mean, that's the game we all
Yeah.
play.
No, it's
So healthy
I understand.
competition is totally fine. I was just making a point that
Yes, yeah, no, that's very good.
like
Yes,
whether you
we
want it or
see.
not, you're gonna be competing.
Yeah. Shout out to Eric and what the DragonX achieved, and it's
But
great.
TitanX Market is coming. That's what you said, Marek.
Yeah, but we are all we all building on a Titan X. So even we leave this function, we buy and stake, and we will have an input on. Ultimately, we helping Titan X, smaller or bigger percentage, but we always do, right? We always will, as long
No.
as the TitanX market will function and there will be users willing to participate with the TitanX market. Any of this function will help. But we will, if we have a chance to choose and decide on a better option than one, we will do.
All right, no problem. So I think Eric got the message. The TitanX Market is coming.
Shout out to Eric, good guy.
Yeah, Eric. So okay, so I think we understood the buy and stake, and now the KingX token stakers. So from my understanding, what you just explained, this is pretty much, uh, it's like a buy and burn without the burn. So it buys off TitanX tokens, but it gives it to stakers. It doesn't burn it.
Well, yes. So you see, we want to reward the stakers, KingX stakers. We will go through this probably later or not. But so yes, you can own the KingX. You can stake the KingX only through the TitanX market. So there will be no staking KingX on the KingX itself. You can stake KingX on the TitanX market protocol for start. You can stake and unstake KingX whenever you want. And yes, as long as you stake your KingX on a TitanX protocol, you will receive this 36.8% fees. At the beginning, we thought that we will just give this Ethereum, but then Jake told us, actually, shout out to Jake again, so no, do like this. Buy TitanX from market, then this TitanX will buy KingX and distribute this KingX. That's the best idea we've had. That's great, because this matter, it will help TitanX, because it will constantly buying TitanX from TitanX Ethereum pool, and then it will help KingX, because it will be buying KingX from the KingX TitanX pool as well, and this KingX will be given to the stakers. So it's always KingX will always remain deflationary, because we're not creating out of thin air, minting additional KingX to reward the stakers. So that we believe that this is a very aggressive tokenomics to help with the buy pressure of KingX.
All right, yeah, we got a question here from Crypto Rich. By the way, thanks for the $5. And he's saying, I would give ETH payouts to KingX holders, 8% to Genesis. I would restake at the end and keep going like DragonX.
Let me read this one. I would give Ethereum payouts to KingX holder, 8%. And
so probably yeah.
Yeah, there is. I'm not sure what he's talking about, but if he's talking about the
I think the first one would be why not give ETH payouts to KingX holders?
All right, yeah, that's why. That's why at the first we thought give the Ethereum, because then the KingX holders will get the Ethereum and go out with it and spend it on their other crypto or something. They will take out the energy from the ecosystem, and that's why Jake proposition was to keep the money in a system. So this Ethereum will buy TitanX. It will help TitanX, because our goal is purely to help TitanX. So it's helping TitanX. Then TitanX buying KingX, it's helping the KingX, and this KingX go back to the stakers. Otherwise, it would be like, stake Ethereum, you stake TitanX, you paid Ethereum, and you go out from the system.
All right, yeah, that's great.
We want to keep the economy, the finance economy, as much as we can within a system. Understand. And then you will be pay KingX. You can sell the KingX, where all this you probably value more by receiving KingX than initially you would receive the Ethereum, because this process of buying assets will have an effect to the price appreciation of these assets. So the final asset you will get, it will be more value than the first Ethereum you would get.
Yeah, and also the Ethereum goes, it first buys from the original pool, which pumps TitanX.
That's correct. Yes, that's the main. Yes, that's our main goal. The very first time when we talked on the chat, we said how we can help TitanX, how we can intensify, how we can expand mines on the TitanX.
Very good. Yeah. So let's probably jump to the next section, which is now the TitanX buy and burn here. So I think If you guys have seen my video before, I think you all know this picture here already. The buy and burn of so this is the buy and burn here from the fees, which yeah. So that Ethereum which gets to this buy and burn, there's going to be as always a user can call this function. The incentives so far as it seems are not yet clear, so I have a question mark here. This is not yet clear. And then the way it works is pretty much the ETH which is here. This is the original pool, TitanX weth pool. So it's going to buy TitanX with the ETH, and then once it receives the TitanX, it's going to buy KingX, the KingX token, and once it receives it, it will just burn it. And this is pretty much all the protocols are doing very similar so far. So probably to just here regarding KingX token stakers, the way this is going to work, and this is just my assumption because the way you explained it, is going to be very similar. But this last step of burning is not going to burn it; it's just going to send it to the KingX token stakers. Is that correct, Marek?
Yes, that's correct. That's very correct.
All right, yeah. So I think the TitanX Market buy and burn. By the way, there is two buy and burns here. So they have the protocol itself, which is the TitanX Market, but there's also a buy and burn in the KingX token, and that's still coming up, guys. So I see there's 134 of you guys. So that's amazing. Uh, the 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 KingX token, Marek will still explain it. So stay where you are, guys. We're gonna go here. So now let's take yeah. So I think this is now we went through in the beginning here, if I'm not mistaken. This is yeah, so this is the TitanX miner creating, and now here, if I'm not mistaken, is now oh no, I think this is pretty much just I think we went through this already, so I'm just gonna skip this section because earlier on we went through selling a miner or a stake and how that works. So this will, and then taking the loan is gonna be probably here. Taking the loan, we can probably go through it a little bit here. Especially if you take a loan, let's say against your miner. Let's as an example, you've taken a loan against your miner, and what happens? So first of all, you have to say how long you're gonna take it for. So I want to. The first question is like the duration and also the interest rates. Can you tell me those two things, please?
Okay. Yes. So first of all, the duration can be, so if you have a mine for 280 days, you can take the loan to pay out your loan, or the maximum 279 days, because you have to pay it out before your mine or stake finish. So maximum -1. And the interest rate, there would be the option to choose interest rate from 1% to 1000%. And it's the lending and borrowing process, as you mentioned before, is carried out directly between the users. Yes, is a peer-to-peer manner. So they will decide that the users decided on the interest rate.
So probably regarding the interest rate, what percentages can you actually enter there on the input?
Yes, so you can. So okay, you have a mine. I have a miner, 280 days miner, and I believe in this project, and I know that this project, the TitanX itself, I'm talking about, will go very well. My mine today is worth $2,000 per se, just, and I said, okay, I think I can take a loan of $2,000 on 400%. So I set up loan 400, interest rate 400%, time 279 days set.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay.
It's
So
you
the
deciding what you want to put as a get the loan against, and you can set up the interest rate.
all right. Okay. And then obviously you need to find somebody who actually will give it to you then at the end, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The condition has to be met for from other side. Yes.
Fair enough. Okay. I think this is pretty much clear. So I think yeah, and changing the interest rates after listing, this is something very similar what you had said earlier, which is yeah,
Exactly the same. Yes. Yeah.
yeah, you just you can change it, but then it's like you need to pay the fee again basically, because it's literally like ending the current listing and creating a new listing. Okay. All right. I think this is pretty much clear. And yeah, if you don't pay the loan in time, then the ownership will just be transferred to the other person. Is that? I think that's
Correct. Yes.
something
So
you
what
have mentioned.
happening when you take the loan against your asset, this asset, in a simple words, will be frozen, will be locked within the TitanX Market protocol, and until you pay, it will go back to your ownership. You will be able to claim it. But if you don't pay it, the ownership will be changed to the one who granted you the loan, and he will be able to claim it when the time comes.
That is fantastic. Marek, we are going to the next section. And guys, this is the active users incentive. So this is going to be very interesting as well. So if I scroll down a little bit here, you can see the fees which are generated through the TitanX market. 40, hold on a second. Yeah, the 46% of it goes to the buy and stake. So what happens to this ETH basically? We're gonna go through it now here. So that ETH goes to the TitanX web protocol and buys off TitanX and stake it. So this is now the buy and stake is essentially, if you put it that way, I like to put it that way, is now fighting against Eric from DragonX. So this is the
At
way
this
I like
moment
to
in
put
time,
it.
yes, it is what it. Yeah, good. We like a good fight, so it's all at the very end. TitanX is benefiting, so and the user, so it's all good.
Absolutely. So the thing is, after yeah, and once the stakes can be claimed, the claim ETH in the payout cycles get distributed. So there is 80% goes to the activity pool, 17% goes to affiliate pool, and 3% goes to Genesis pool. So Marek, explain to us the 80% of the ETH which goes to the activity pool. What is this, and yeah, how can the users benefit? Because it's active users incentive, it seems.
Yes. So okay. So activity pool. It's the pool based on a shared amount. So the activity pool is the shared among all the users who perform activities within the TitanX market, basically, yes, protocol. And the larger the user share in the pool, the larger payouts rewards. We decided that we will have a points reward system, and they are, for example, if I remember good, so it's a 5 points for each mint, 10 points for each stake, 5 points for posting, modifying each listing or selling, and 5 points for each purchase loan or grant the loan. So when you are active user, you earning the points, and these points depends on the in a pool of the activity amount of your points. We decided how big is your share, so how bigger your reward at the end will be from this share. The only thing is you will not be given Ethereum as you would think. There
Okay.
is a caveat to it. There is, yeah,
What is the caveat, my friend?
there is, of course, again, we are here to support the TitanX in principles mainly. Our main goal is it's in our blood now. So again, you will not be given Ethereum. What you will be given the value of the Ethereum code, TitanX Market protocol will depends on the value equal even of the what you will be able to do. You will be able to do to create the mines on the TitanX protocol, create a mine equal event to the Ethereum value you have from the rewards. And then you create these mines, and when the mines are ended, you can collect the TitanX, and then you can sell it this TitanX if you want.
Okay,
So
okay.
to extra support a TitanX system instead of giving away the Ethereum and it could leak out of the TitanX ecosystem. You will be granted the value of this Ethereum, and you will be able to use this one only to mine TitanX. Full stop.
Okay.
You will not be the Ethereum will not be sent to your wallet.
Okay, I understand.
If
I
you want. Yeah.
understand. Okay, okay. So probably let me try to summarize it, if and then you can tell me if I understand this correctly or not. And that is, for the users of the TitanX market, there's different activities which a user can do. So one thing would be creating a miner through the TitanX market, or creating a stake, or buying or selling a miner or a stake, or granting a loan, or yeah, on miners or stakes. And all these activities are assigned different point systems.
That's
And
correct.
yeah, and depending how many points you have gathered, you're going to have a share in this activity pool. And you can claim, you can claim the ETH, but the ETH can only be used to create miners. And
Correct.
yeah,
Very
and
correct.
and those miners, when they finish, they're yours. But yeah, they have to be, yeah, you will not be given the Ethereum. You will be given, yeah, the Ethereum will be given to you, but you can only start miners with that. So
Hundred
is that
percent.
correctly, or how
That's
understood
correct,
it?
Mike. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm seeing an affiliate pool here. Does this work very similar, but is just for I guess people like me who make videos and can put my
Yes.
link in
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
affiliate?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You can make some profit of it. So personally, like you, Mike, there would be referent link, ref link,
Yes.
which you can post on your Twitter or your YouTube live shows, Telegram group, wherever. And at the beginning of the live stream, you can ask, please, if you want to participate in a TitanX market, use this link. And if the person will use this link and create the mine, stake, posting, whatever action he will do, you will be given the points for this.
All right. So it's
1 point for each action. And
okay.
the process is exactly the same as we we explained with the activity pool.
Okay, this is very interesting. So, I mean, just thinking right now out loud. So, regarding the ref link, would be something like TitanxMarket.win/Mike Dean. Would that something like that work? I'm just
Uh,
preparing for the future.
yeah. I don't know, Mike. No. There will be
No
some kind
worries.
of
I'm
identification.
giving you
It will be
ideas.
unique, so no one will be able to copy it. It will be unique to your user. That's it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Probably like a numeric unique referring, but I'm not sure yet.
I,
Not sure.
I like,
Actually,
yeah.
good
So
question. I have to ask Dev. Yeah, good question.
yeah, I mean, mine would be. I mean, I'm already
You won't have your
saying
name
my
on the.
preference here. Slash Mike
Okay,
Dean.
I'll speak with. We'll ask Hiroshi later. Okay, well,
Yeah.
let's see what we can do.
No worries, man. I'm just joking, man. It's all good. Yeah. And then the 3% goes to Genesis pool, right? I mean, that's I think
Yeah.
that's very clear for everybody who is participating so far how this works. 3% goes to Genesis pool.
Please
So this is
remember that I want to mention it. Yes, the Genesis. All the at this moment in time, we creating this TitanX market from our resources. Yes, from our time, our experience, our cost as well, right? And we believe we're creating a great product. Yes. So imagine if we have a little bit more funds, what we will be able to create, and we have a big plans for sure. So this where the Genesis pool, generated Genesis pool funds will go for or to.
right. Yeah, that's great. So now like we're getting deep now. I think this is now the last section.
Yes,
Before, yeah, like, well, there is also another security
the
section.
king.
But anyway, we're getting to KingX now. So KingX, guys, this is the deep dive to KingX, the token, and this is the native token of the TitanX market. By the way, it's launching on the 15th of February 2024 at 3 p.m. UTC. So I'm going to make a quick summary regarding the KingX token so that people just get an idea what it is. As I just mentioned a few seconds ago, the TitanX Market native token, that's the KingX. The launch date is on the 15th of February 2024, 3 p.m. UTC time. So you need to look at your own local time, but now you know the UTC time. It's going to be a fair launch, ERC20 token on Ethereum. The mint phase is 17 days. It's a deflationary fixed supply token. The final fixed supply will be known after the mint phase. And the liquidity pool is going to be TitanX and KingX. And now, this is now the interesting part, the minting phase here. As I can see here, I've copied it from your website. The minting phase, well, it starts at 0 and then to 17 days, as it seems. Uh, so it's until 17 days, and then you can see there is the tokens which you get for your the tokens you get decreases rapidly down to 17 days. So Marek, can you explain here how this works basically? As if I'm the user, I have TitanX and now I want some KingX token, what do I need to do?
Okay, so it's simple. You go to KingX website and you start meaning you mint your KingX with your TitanX, and I suggest you to do this sooner than later. It's very simple process, very easy to do.
Okay, so can you probably explain here like the deflationary process here of minting phase?
Okay.
Because I think at the beginning, uh, so on the day of the minting phase, which is 3 p.m. UTC, if you start minting right there at that time, you're going to receive. I mean, this is such a big number. I don't know what is the number. Is this is that 1 billion?
I can't. I can. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I can't see on this more. Let me see here. Okay. So you have 1, 2, 9 zeros. Let me just open here. Yeah. So you have 9 zeros. So okay. The story is the introduction of the KingX. Like you said, it's a native token of TitanX market and is associated with generating income through participating in a TitanX market protocol. The idea of KingX is to help TitanX and to help aggressively, to help quick, aggressively, to burn as much TitanX in the shortest time possible, the shortest as possible. That's why we came. It's very limited amount. It's capped. The only time the KingX will be minted is during the 17 days, and in the end of the 10 days, you will have 10 times less KingX when the first hour of the first day. So it decreased pretty quick over this, or over linearly over this 10 days period. We like to say it first in, first win, for sure.
All right, yeah. So this is quite interesting. So, for me to understand it a bit better, so in well, on that day of the mint, basically at 0 hour, so at 3 p.m., if
Yeah.
so there's going to be one-to-one exchange, or why is there, or are these the available tokens at this hour which can be minted, or how should I understand this?
Yes, that's correct. One-to-one, one-to-one exchange. So will be 1-to-1 in the first hour. Then decrease will be 0.01% in the second hour, and etc. Till over 17 days you will get 1-to-10.
Okay, but why is here why is there 1 billion tokens here in the first hour? What is the, or
Oh,
is
that's a
this
good
just an
question.
example?
So if you put 1 billion TitanX, you will get 1 billion KingX.
Okay, so this is one-to-one. Okay, all right.
That's
Okay,
1-to-1 in the first, yes. And in an hour later, if you put 1 billion TitanX, you will get 997 million point blah 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 something less, smaller percent, and etc. And the very end you will get the 17-day 100 millions.
okay. So I mean, just probably as an example, so this is one-to-one basically. So if I have 10,000 TitanX in the first hour, I'm gonna get
Yeah,
10,000 KingX.
exactly. Yes. Sorry, Mike. So the
Okay,
exchange ratio at the
yeah,
beginning is 1-to-1. One TitanX token to
okay.
one KingX token.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if you could write this in the table would make more sense, because
Yeah. Yeah.
first I
Okay.
was like,
Okay.
why
Sorry.
is there 1 billion
Yeah.
here?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the thing I was asking myself, because first I
You,
initially
you
thought,
took it out from the context, and above this was, for example, if you blah 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 1 billion, then you have,
oh, okay,
yeah, yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah,
okay,
yeah.
yeah, but probably just the ratio would be just be good, because then people can
Easy.
see
Okay.
one to
Yeah.
one,
Yeah. Well,
and
we
then
can
at the
correct
end they
this one.
see is 1 to 0.1. I think is that
Yes, so yes, exactly. So at the first day, first hour, you will get 1-to-1. Then the ratio decrease, and last day, last hour, you will get, for one Titan X, you will get 0.1 King X,
okay, yeah, yeah. So
10
all right.
times less than at the beginning.
All right. So you're gonna get 10% of the value at the end, and you could get
100%,
100% at
correct.
the
Yeah,
beginning.
correct. Yes,
All right. Okay. So
in a
yeah.
ratio 1-to-1 at the start. Yes.
All right. Yeah. I mean, probably it was just a misunderstanding, because I was just yeah, like I saw these numbers and I was just asking myself like, why is there 1 billion KingX tokens here? But I think you made it clear now how that works. So yeah, probably if you just put the ratio in the table would be just much easier, because I think, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I'm you. I'm used to the table of DragonX, because that's what I look at when
Yeah,
I
yeah,
see the
okay,
ratio.
yeah, yes. I know you have valuable. I think it's easy to fix. We can add some. Well, actually, if you go to the white paper next to this table, down to this table, it says in a black
Hmm.
bold font, it says the exchange ratio at the beginning is 1-to-1, and in the bracket says one Titan X token equal one King X token.
All right. Yeah. No
But
problem.
for someone who is like you, likes the table, and this, I'll speak with Pavel and stuff. We modify this one.
All right. This is great. So probably here just a little. This is what you had mentioned, and this is basically you, the user. You're going to send TitanX to the KingX smart contract, and then you're going to receive the KingX token depending on the time which you send it. So you're going to have, well, 17 days and yeah, depending which hour you are sending it in those 17 days, yeah, the ratio is going to be a bit different what you're going to receive. So at the beginning is directly going to be 1 to 1. At the beginning means at the first hour, basically, right?
Yes, you
Yeah,
have to be fast. That's
yeah,
correct.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
We
yeah.
want to create something, Mike. We want to create this urgence and within the market. We want the user to feel this urgence, this need, and this fire. You know, this I'm going there in the first hour, and I burn as much Titan as I can, because that's the best seat in this train. Because once it starts, that's it. You have
Yeah.
only, you know, if you miss this first hour, you miss the best seat in a train. You will have a second hour, and then if you
Okay.
miss the second, you third. You know what I mean. And it's once it's go, and you will see that this. We believe that this aggressive system economics of the launching of KingX will create the best green candles on the market, and this will intensify people to come and participate in a KingX. But to participate in a KingX, you have to have a liquid TitanX. So overall, yeah, it will be very good for TitanX and for the KingX holder as well.
Oh, all right. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. So, I mean, this is also the question here regarding Orion. I think he was confused, same as me, which is, are those values the capped supply for each time interval too, though? Or will only be capped how much TitanX people decide to spend? And this is the thing. I mean, from my understanding right now, Marek, please correct me if I'm wrong. I think this is the same reason, like what Orion was talking about. This is just the rate. I mean,
The only limit to cut it
there's no
short, the
limit.
only limit is the time. There is no limit. How
Yeah,
the only limit is 17 days. The people,
yeah,
they can come and they mint as much King X token as they want
yes,
until the last hour or 70 days finish,
yeah,
and there never ever will be created any more King X token. Full
yeah.
stop.
I mean, yeah, that
Only will
probably
be
that's why
part.
it's like it's better to put the ratio here, and not
I
token.
do see your point now, and yes, I'll speak. I apologize for this, and I'll speak
No, no
with
problem. Yeah,
Pavel and Hiroshi. We will modify this one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
yeah.
see. I see.
Because I mean,
Sorry for the confusion.
this is the same thing I was confused about, because I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
there's so
yeah,
many
yeah.
tokens, because there is one project which is going to be like that, where
Well,
they
it's not
have,
it's a 1 to 1. The
yeah, yeah,
ratio is one
no
to
problem.
one, and after 17 you can create as much as you have liquid TitanX, because if it was like this, it would be like limiting burning Titan or taking out TitanX from the market. It wouldn't make really sense.
Yeah, no, no, no problem. I think this is just a quick fix you guys can do. And then Zen PT, he's saying launching on Thursday is not efficient. It's better to launch on a Saturday or Sunday with a lower GUI. What are your thoughts on that?
Yes, I've seen one or two comments like this. Look, Mike, there are I get him, but there is the one of the reasons we trying to launch the 15th of April, because this is as quick as we can launch. We would love to launch it quicker because we don't want to interfere or compete with the hyper. So there is a big chance that the hyper will launch at the end of the February. Therefore, we want to launch KingX as soon as possible, right? To help to burn as much Titan X as we can from the market, and then Hyper will come and do the job itself. So we thought that we did a lot of analysis. We just 5 minutes before this one, we thought about this option because we've seen comments on this one. It's you can't you it's a hard one because you can't satisfy everyone, you know. you can launch it only once, and Earth is round, so there will be day here, night here. If it comes to the way, uh, we believe that it's still more beneficial for a King X and a Titan X to launch it as soon as we can, and as soon as we can, it's the 15th on Thursday. So for this moment and time, it stays like it is.
All right. Yeah.
What's the
So
way now? Anyway, I'll check it
I don't
later.
know. We yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah.
no, not
It's
important for
fluctuate,
now.
yes,
So I
yes.
think the better question for me, what I come up right now is like, okay, you're going to launch the KingX token first, but what about TitanX Market? When is that going to launch?
Yes, so at this moment in time, we aiming to launch TitanX Market somewhere around end of the February.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I think that's
That will be announced because we'll talk about this a little bit. Yeah, so at the moment, at this moment in time, we trying the hardest to launch the KingX 15th of February. Let the people do few X's of the gains before the hyper starts, and then we start the TitanX market around end of the February, if possible.
all right. Yeah, that's great. So probably here to round it off here, KingX. KingX has also a buy and burn, and let me just can you explain the buy and burn of KingX here, because this is a bit more different than the other one, the first one. Is that correct, or am I mixing things up here?
This is the different. The one is the TitanX market buy and bar, and this is KingX
KingX.
buy and
So
bar. Yeah.
this part is not there basically, right? Because this is only TitanX here, right?
Yes, yes. So barn of the so basically it's the very similar it's actually copied function from TitanX. It's the copied buy and barn function from TitanX, implemented it to the KingX. Just instead of in TitanX the ratio is 62%, we have a 97%. So 97% TitanX used to mint KingX will be used in a pool of the buy and barn in the future to buy. In the future to buy and barn KingX from the market. Very aggressive buy and barn. That's why you have to get very quick, get as much as KingX you can in the first hour, because once this buy and barn will initiate, there will be less to buy for sure.
That's fantastic. So probably to just quick do recap here is when you start when you mint your KingX tokens, 97% of those tokens go to the buy and burn, and 3%
Correct.
goes to Genesis. And this is
Correct.
now the buy and burn which I was talking about. So
Yes.
those Titanics coming from creating minting KingX tokens, they will be
Correct.
used to buy KingX tokens and burn it. So and this is quite a substantial amount as it seems, because 97% of those tokens will be going to buy and burn. So TitanX market has a 97% buy and burn. Is that correct? Is that
It's
like a
gonna be very
marketing?
hot. The inferno. It is gonna be inferno. It's yes. It's gonna. I can't wait. It's gonna work. It's gonna be so hot that your MetaMask will start melting.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So we're getting now to the third section here. We are 1 hour 44 minutes. So probably we're gonna make this one a short one. It's
I've got
I think
a
also
Red Bull.
oh, Red Bull. Yes,
Yes, yes. I haven't started it yet, but yes, feel like I will need to soon.
yeah.
Okay, I'm
I think
enjoying it. I do enjoy it.
absolutely. I mean, I enjoyed myself here, and you've been doing great so far. This is your
Thank
first
you.
time being interviewed, so guys, yeah, that's how things are. It was my first time not too long ago. I think my first interview was with Jake. I was
I
a lot
remember
more.
it. I've seen it. But you've been a professional from the very first time. So, I don't know how you're doing this, but you have it in your genes, in your blood. Your interviews are very good, very professional. Everything's set up, and it's good. And you're helping me here, so it's okay. It's
I'm
good.
definitely trying my best here. So I mean, as everything on the smart on Ethereum or smart contracts, security plays a big role, obviously, and obviously once the smart contract has been deployed, there's no coming back. And yeah, so these the most important things are like audits. So we're going to have two smart contracts. First is going to be KingX, which is going to be launching on the 15th of February 2024, 3 p.m. UTC time. And then there's going to be another smart contract, TitanX Market itself. So probably let's talk about KingX now. How are the audits going? Because I've seen here you have sent out a tweet that you are actually going through the audits currently, and you have mentioned the two auditors here. So how are the audits going so far? And yeah, probably let's start with that.
Okay. Yes. So that's correct. We're trying to launch the KingX on the 15th of February. We have two chosen an agreement with the two auditors. Well, I say two auditors, but actually, because I say two auditors, but one of the company we choose to audit us, SB Security, and one of the reasons we choose to audit us is the way they doing the audit. So they have within their company they put two different guys to audit us. It's like a red team and blue team. They audit us separately in different. So you have we have two audits, SB Security and the Maslarov K, the person, the auditor who was recommended to us by different protocol cryptocurrency funders. So we have two audits for a KingX, but technically 6 eyes auditing our protocol.
This is yeah, this is pretty awesome, I think. So does the KingX smart contract have any admin keys?
So the KingX is it's a very basic token, really. It's created because people like token. It's created to support TitanX. 90% of functionality of KingX you can buy and sell, basically. Stake it on the TitanX market, so that this will be audited by the auditor who will audit the TitanX market. And one function which is 90% actually functionality of KingX is copied from the TitanX, so it's been already audited. So the buy and burn function, which is copied and from the TitanX created by Jack, have the access key to in the same way as the TitanX has to modify the time and the ratio and the time of burning, how often you can initiate the burn, buy and burn, and the amount of the the KingX you want to burn. Other than that, there is no admin keys.
All right, yeah, that's I think that's very clear. So regarding the TitanX Market smart contract, the audits for that, will that be running through the same company here?
So we have another one auditor. We have three audits actually. We'll use the two auditor for the KingX, and we will hopefully utilize them to the audit the TitanX market. And we just signed like a pre-agreement today with the third auditor. So TitanX market will have three separate auditors, and one auditor will audit us twice, if you like. So technically 4 audits for a TitanX market.
All right, yeah, that's pretty awesome. So probably now we're gonna go through some of the super chats which came in because I did forget some of you guys. So I just want to mention you guys here now. Crypto Rich, the dean of TitanX with $10. Thank you very much, man. This is awesome. We got I think Ahmed sent in 40 Canadian dollars. Thank you very much. River Christian Sender, $5. Shout out to you, my friend. And then Crypto Rich. Okay, I think I mentioned this one earlier already. Uh, and then we have Christian Center, Christian here. So this is now a bit of a question which let me see if we can understand this very quickly here on the stream. How are the miners calculated based on floor price and future price prediction? Is it a price duplication of TitanX platform? Oh man,
I don't
I don't
understand the
understand
question
this one.
really.
Yeah,
I
Christian,
would like to answer it, but I really don't
yeah,
understand. Okay.
send me a DM on Twitter, and I might get back to you and probably try to explain it a bit better. I think we can get to well, we can understand this, but send me a DM on Twitter. Awesome stream, like and share, absolutely amazing. Thank you very much. And then shout out to Hellwell with
Well, you know what the PLN means, Mike?
yeah, of course, man, of
Yeah, you
course.
know. Okay, yeah, good.
Yeah,
Polish
this
zloty.
is
Yeah, great.
The
Yeah,
Polish
excellent.
zloty.
Now you have to go to Poland to spend it.
I am definitely gonna go.
Yeah, great, great.
I will be in Poland this summer for sure. So hell whale, I'll write you a message. Hopefully you're gonna be somewhere where I'm gonna be as well. So hell whale, shout out to you. Thank you for the 100 slotty PLN. This is great. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. So, Marek, I mean, we're coming slowly to an end. I think people, I have, I'm gonna go through some of these questions here. I think we've gone through all the questions so far. Is there any last thing you would like to say, Marek?
Well, one thing I would like to say thank you, Jake Sharp. The Jake Sharp. He really, without him, we wouldn't be here, right? So it was spot on a TitanX. It's the amazing product. We all thrive on this product. So shout out to Jake. I'm not sure if he's watching, but if whenever he watch it, great job about it. Another thing I would like to say, it's the very big thank you to the TitanX community. Massive thank you to the Polish TitanX community. This Telegram group, guys, your engagement to the Telegram group and the help we're receiving in this developing process of the TitanX market is priceless. Thank you very much, Mike. Thanks a lot to get me through this first interview. I survived. I'm still alive, and I didn't touch my Red Bull. So great, awesome.
That is great. So probably one little thing here before we end this, I think Hellwell might have sent me a message, and he was saying that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
guys are planning to like there's a hypermarket you guys are planning. Like,
Yes, yes, yeah. You
could
see,
you
we
mention
we were
something to that?
so deep in the TitanX market, and yes. So the one thing which is very mentioned, sorry to that. Yes, so there will be TitanX market based on the TitanX, and there would be hypermarket based on the hyper. Once the hyper will be launched, or once the code of the hyper will be announced, we will produce the hypermarket, and all the functionality will be pretty much the same. So that will be very important, very good, because we are 90 so days in a Titan X, yes, with the mines and stuff, difficulty in the mines increased, but we will be day one in a hyper with the hyper market. So imagine that.
Oh, this is definitely very interesting. So, for the guys who are listening out there who don't know yet, Hyper is another project which is going to be built on, which Jake is going to build, and he's going to have very similar mechanics to uh,
Yes. So
to Titan X.
this is sorry, Mike. This is
Go
very
ahead.
important. actually, because we aiming, this is mega important, because KingX benefits from the TitanX market. Yes, by owning KingX, you are co-ownership of this decentralized bank or the decentralized finance system, what TitanX market is. But as well, but owning the KingX token, you will be co-owner of the hyper market as well. So and you can have only 17 days to mine KingX. Otherwise, you will be buying it from the market, and it will be expensive. So that these two protocols will feed to the KingX, and that's gonna be big. Please remember this.
Oh, I understand. So basically, what you're trying, what you're saying is that there's only going to be one token, and that is going to be the KingX token. So even
Yes. So the
if you deploy
yes,
for
yeah.
if you deploy for the new project Hyper, you only going there's only going to be one token, which is KingX.
Most probably, yes. There will be one. Definitely the fees from the hypermarket will be used to buy and burn King's token. And if it's possible, there will be the King's token will be native token to the TitanX market and native token to the hyper market.
All right, yeah, that's fantastic. So we have Ahmed here saying, "Can someone post the Polish Telegram group? Would love to join." I think Hellwell is in the chat, so maybe he can post that. I think people would like to join some of those groups as well. And Ahmed is saying again, "Marek, you are a genius man. Looking forward to participating."
Thank you. Oh, it's not all my work. There are bigger brains behind me. Believe me, they just push me in the front line. So I'm answering the questions to you, Mike.
That's great. So guys, we're coming to an end. I just want to mention one little thing here. I think we had Marek here. Thank you for being here with us. He talked about TitanX Market and the KingX token, which is, by the way, going to be launching soon on the 15th of February, 3 p.m. UTC. And if you have any further questions and you would like to join the Telegram group of TitanX Market, please don't hesitate and join. Here's the QR code. You can join the Telegram, their Twitter, and the website as well. And while you're at it, guys, so thank you very much for listening. And if you want to send me some love, thank you for the super chats, by the way. But YouTube is rugging me, man. They're taking 40% whenever you send that money. So that's definitely like a little rug there. So if you want to send me some love, here's the address, my Ethereum address. You can send pretty much any EVM at mikedean.eth. The address is also in the description. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much, everybody, and have a good one. Bye bye.